Welcome. We've got some thrilling Arsenal news lined up for you, so stay tuned until the end to catch all the latest updates. And don't forget to leave 300 likes to keep us motivated in bringing you the latest Arsenal updates. Mikel Arteta's measured remarks on Konsa'S solidity after Arsenal's emphatic 3-0 victory over Manchester City in the FA Community Shield offered a telling glimpse into both the player and the manager's deliberate approach to squad building. Signed from Club Brugge for a club record Belgian fee of around £34 million as the natural successor to Leandro Trossard, the Greek winger made an immediate mark with 2 assists on his competitive debut, building on the promising form he had already displayed throughout pre-season. Arteta was particularly impressed by how effortlessly Konsa'S has settled into the side, describing the 24-year-old as a really intelligent boy, whose sharp footballing brain allows him to thrive amid the intricate positional play, high pressing and constant rotational movements that define Arsenal's system. Most striking of all was the manager's praise for Konsa'S composure in the final 20 to 30 meters, where the winger shows an uncommon calmness either in picking out teammates around the penalty area or finishing the move himself, a quality Arteta regards as both natural and decisive. Arriving with an outstanding goal involvement record from his time in Belgium and a clear hunger to improve, Konsa'S mirrors certain aspects of Trossard's game while offering the added advantage of youth and further development potential. Arsenal's recruitment appears shrewd. Rather than chasing every marquee name, the club has identified a player whose tactical intelligence, work rate and end product align neatly with the collective philosophy already established at the Emirates. Of course, one outstanding afternoon against Manchester City and a solid pre-season do not yet guarantee sustained success. The true test will come across a full Premier League campaign where intensity, physicality and defensive organization reach altogether higher levels. Yet the early signs suggest Konsa'S possesses the temperament and quality to become a genuine asset for Arteta's side. Keane speak out. Arsenal agree £50 to £51 million deal for Ezri Konsa as champions move swiftly to bolster defence. Arsenal have agreed a deal to sign England defender Ezri Konsa, 28, from Aston Villa for a fee in the region of £50 to £51 million, plus add-ons. A medical is scheduled for Thursday, August 20th, 2026. The move ranks among the most significant transfer developments of the day. Konsa has been targeted primarily for his high-level versatility. He can operate as a centre-back or right-back, positions that have taken on added importance with William Saliba currently sidelined by a long-term back injury and Jurrien Timber still recovering from a groin problem. The experienced defender has only recently demonstrated solid form with the England national side at the 2026 World Cup. That international experience has further convinced Arsenal that Konsa can contribute immediately and will not require a lengthy bedding-in period in the Premier League. The signing reflects a thoroughly professional approach from Mikel Arteta and those above him. Rather than sit tight or offer excuses about injuries, Arsenal have moved decisively to add a proven, high-quality option and maintain the competitive standards expected of the reigning champions. Keane described the capture of Ezri Konsa as a pragmatic and smart bit of business that shows Arsenal are operating at the level of proper title contenders. This is the kind of signing you'd expect from a club that's serious about winning things, Keane said. He's experienced, he's tough, he wins his duels, and he can go straight into the side without needing 6 months to settle. Keane added that Arteta and the Arsenal hierarchy are thinking clearly. They already have a strong defensive base, but they're still adding depth, creating competition for places, and bringing in more physicality and know-how at the back. Over the course of a long season, that kind of depth is vital. Arsenal are not merely holding their position, they are actively making themselves harder to beat. The move weakens a rival and gives them a ready-made solution whenever issues arise on the pitch. Too many Premier League clubs talk about competing and then settle for average solutions. Arsenal are doing the opposite, stacking quality and experience in the areas that will decide points in March and April. If their rivals think they can face Arsenal the same way they did last season, they are in for a painful surprise. This is what a club determined to stay at the top looks like. The bar has been raised once again. The simple question for every other side in the Premier League is this: are you prepared to match that standard, or are you content to fall further behind? Arsenal deliver emphatic statement with 3-0 Community Shield victory over Manchester City. Arsenal produced an emphatic statement of intent in the 2026 FA Community Shield, dismantling Manchester City 3-0 at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff on August 16th. The reigning Premier League champions required a mere 23 seconds to open the scoring through Riccardo Calafiori, setting a tone of ruthless efficiency that left the FA Cup holders reeling from the outset. The Italian fullback finished coolly after a shrewd through ball from the youthful Miles Lewis-Skelly, capitalizing on hesitant City defending. Kai Havertz doubled the advantage before the half-hour mark, nodding home from close range following intelligent work by new signing Christos Tsolis, before captain Martin Odegaard sealed the victory with a delightful solo effort shortly after the interval. Tsolis, the £34 million acquisition from Club Brugge, made an immediate and lasting impression on his competitive debut. The Greek forward contributed 2 assists with sharp movement, accurate delivery and a clear understanding of Arteta's attacking patterns, suggesting the Gunners have secured a ready-made replacement for departed options on the left flank. Equally seamless was the introduction of Bruno Guimaraes, signed from Newcastle United for a substantial fee. The Brazilian midfielder slotted into the engine room with authority, offering progressive passing, defensive solidity and an instant rapport with Odegaard and Lewis-Skelly before making way for Declan Rice at the break. Odegaard himself was outstanding throughout, orchestrating play with characteristic vision and producing a moment of genuine quality for the third goal. Receiving the ball from Tsolis, the Norwegian skipped past Josko Gvardiol, deceived Gianluigi Donnarumma with a clever dummy and rolled the ball into an empty net, underlining his return to peak form. The collective display has prompted widespread praise for Arsenal's midfield, now widely regarded as among the strongest in Europe. With Guimaraes, Rice, Odegaard, Zubimendi and others available, Mikel Arteta possesses both quality and depth that few sides can match. Beyond individual excellence, the performance radiated a hunger and intensity befitting champions intent on retaining their Premier League crown. Arsenal pressed high, transitioned rapidly and created the clearer chances, while City, under new manager Enzo Maresca, appeared short of cohesion and confidence in the post-Guardiola era. Although the Community Shield is traditionally viewed as a curtain raiser rather than a definitive indicator of future success, the manner of this victory has generated considerable optimism among supporters and pundits alike. Highlights of the goals and the newcomers' contributions continue to circulate widely, reinforcing the sense that Arsenal enter the new campaign with genuine momentum. In summary, this was a polished, professional and thoroughly convincing afternoon's work that has left the rest of the division with much to ponder as the Premier League season approaches. Thanks for watching Arsenal Time. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Continue following the Gunners' journey with us, and see you in the next video. Come on, you Gunners!